Hello and welcome to Wrestling for Us. And we're back with a bang in the new year. So, Happy New Year to everyone who isn't on the other channel. But I'm glad people can watch this video. And I'm glad to discuss wrestling with this guy right here. Not me or like an invisible person. Aman, right? Aman, as you guys remember. Aman, how you doing, man?
I'm good, thank you. I'm glad we're back, and we took a bit of a break for the Christmas
Yeah,
period, but
yeah.
we're back now. So yeah, as you said, Happy New Year to everybody. Let's get started straight away.
Oh, sounds good. So, what we're going to do today, I'm probably going to ask you for the news stories of the day or for the week, basically. And then we're going to have a short enough discussion and try and keep it kind of compact because our discussions usually get to about 45 minutes and then I have to edit quite a lot. So, I think this kind of makes sense. So, Aman, what's the first story of the week?
I think the first story of the week, I think, is Jon Moxley making his return to AEW and wrestling in general, which I thought was really good. And he looked like a completely different person when you compare him to before he took his break. He looks like he's lost loads of weight. He looks really, really refreshed and fresh, which is really good. I'm glad that he got his own issues sorted. I think sometimes people forget that these wrestlers are actually like real human beings and they have their own lives and issues
Mhm.
and things going on. So yeah, glad he's back.
In terms
Um,
of celebrities, that's always how fans react. It's like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
they're indestructible. But yeah, I completely agree with regards to him returning. I'm very happy that he's back. The way like if I shed weight like John Moxley, I'd be so happy. But I
yeah,
loved the fact that he came in and sorry, Bubba Ray, but like I'm glad he didn't apologize, man.
yeah.
I'm
I
glad
was
he
going
didn't.
to mention
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
because he came in and the promo he cut was one of the most motivating promos I've seen in AEW. Motivation wise, like it kind of put people into their place. Like, yeah, if you're worried, don't worry. Like, fix it, come back stronger. Don't worry about taking time off or whatever happens.
yeah.
You first, then everything else. And I love that kind of dynamic.
And I think not just wrestling. I think people should strive to do that just in life in general. Just try and get their own issues sorted or sorted to the best ability that they can. And
Mm.
if they need help, they need help. But yeah, like I said, I was going to mention that, which has seemed to have caused quite a bit of controversy.
I don't know why.
Like I listen to the Busted Open podcast on a regular basis. I'm a huge fan of that show, um, and I think Bully Ray, he's very opinionated, and he's entitled to his opinion. He's very experienced. I mean, like part of the Dudley Boys, probably the most one of the most recognizable tag teams ever. But yeah, he said that he should have apologized, which I think people just jumped down his throat. Personally, I don't know. I think if he wanted to, if he felt like needed to apologize,
Mm.
he would have apologized.
Yeah.
Um, but I think he's the main. The bottom line is he's back. He's uh, thankfully his all of his issues seem to be sorted or sorted enough to the point where he's got back into the ring. Um, and then the tease at the end of Rampage this week with with Brian Danielson, that feud. I don't know if anybody has seen it or if you've seen it. It's that Simpsons meme.
Yeah.
He's like, "Take my cash." Uh, so I'm that level of excited for a potential Moxley Danielson feud.
Yeah,
Um,
it was gonna happen before he went away, so it's good they brought it
Correct.
back in, linking it back now. Bryan Danielson is full heel and Moxley's full face, so I like that dynamic. I don't think I've seen that dynamic. If I have, then I probably can't remember. But
Yeah,
it's great to see. And Moxley's return has also caused certain rifts in SmackDown or WWE, where Seth Rollins mentions him. Then he goes and he's defending his championship, the GCW championship or something. Tonight, he appeared on another show last night where you had Adam Scher or, Braun Strowman. You had a lot of like other wrestlers who WWE let go of. So it's great that Moxley's back, and he's back with a bang. Like, he's on 4 different shows in 5 days.
Yeah.
So great going, and very excited he's back. If we talk about a second story, man,
Mhm.
what's the second story we've got?
Well, the second story is this potential Seth Rollins babyface move, which is quite interesting, actually. Um, I have been, and we've mentioned this on this show before, huge fan of Seth Rollins, but I think this sneaky, slimy heel character that he's been portraying with the outlandish clothes and the over-the-top character, I've really, really enjoyed.
Ranveer
Uh,
Singh.
but um, I don't know about a babyface turn. I mean, is it only happening because he's facing Roman at the Rumble and you need a clear heel and a babyface? And but I'm not sure if you noticed on SmackDown this past week, the crowd were actually singing along to his theme song,
Yeah,
um, which could be maybe a sign that he's getting over as a face again,
yeah.
and he'll probably remain face until after the Royal Rumble, possibly. But I don't think they should tweak that character. I think
Mhm.
they should leave him as like that. He's a bit of a gray area. He's like a
Yeah,
heel when he wants to be a heel, and he's a babyface when he wants to be a babyface. Not like full blown babyface. Like you remember when he was facing Brock Lesnar, and then
yeah,
the Fiend, and like people just rejected that full
yeah.
on babyface.
Yeah, in WWE, you can't get over being a full on babyface unless you are a likable character, not a fake character like
Yeah,
the Seth Rollins we had. Keith
yeah,
Lee got over as a babyface, right? Brock Lesnar being funny is getting over as a babyface, right?
yeah.
So you need slightly tweaked characters, especially in WWE, to get over. And yeah, I'm really excited about that match because that not just that promo, that basically that battle between Rollins and Reigns kind of makes sense. Obviously, Rollins is gonna lose, in my
Mm.
opinion. Like, I don't
Um,
see him winning,
yeah.
but and it's probably gonna be shenanigans and Usos jump in. Kevin Owens is an interesting one in that kind of mix because less than a month ago, Kevin Owens or 2 months ago, Kevin Owens turned heel because of Seth Rollins, who was heel. Then Kevin Owens turned heel, and now Seth Rollins is like in that gray zone. So Kevin Owens is back. Hey, the story doesn't make sense, but it's good that it doesn't make sense because it kind of intrigues the entire
Mm,
aspect of it for me at least. But
mm,
no, thank you for that. And then last but not least, we got to talk about the third story, which I'm gonna kind of prelude by saying why are both of the biggest American wrestling promotions looking at, oh, let's just do a mixed tag team match, right? You've got Edge and Ed's wife, Beth Phoenix. Thank you, right? Thank you. You didn't have to tell me. Again, Miz and Maurice. And then at the other end, you just had Britt Baker and Adam Cole, and Adam Cole was pissed when Britt fell into the table. I love that. I love that emotion. I'm glad he finished the match. It wasn't a WWE ending. I can't believe it. And then he got rolled up. He like bashed Orange Cassidy and won the match, and it was great. So, what do you think of both of those mixed tag team matches happening, and what's like why at the same time? Like, I don't understand why. For me personally, however much I like Edge, dude, Adam Cole with Britt Baker just seems to give that vibe of and this might be a wrong comparison, but like Edge and Lita in my head, like
mm,
in my opinion at least. Or if you want to go, I can't even think of a good mixed tag team like in the past 20 years. You could
mm.
probably correct me, but in my opinion, I think these two make a really good team. The chemistry's there, and I'm glad they won. Personally, I'm glad they won. So, your thoughts on the mixed tag team match?
Um, I don't, I don't think there's any particular reason other than it's just coincidence. I think the stories are lending to it anyways, because you had, I believe it must have been shenanigans or something like that. And that was the finish of the original Miz Edge match from day one. And I think the stories just lend to it. And I think people are aware now, so much so that Miz and Maurice are married, and Edge and Beth are married, and Adam and Britt are dating, and so I just think that instead of insulting the intelligence of the fan, you should just they already know that these people are in a relationship. So if the story lends to it, then it's fine. Um, I'm not particularly that invested in this Edge Miz feud. Um, but I think it's just there as an attraction because they needed big names for the Royal Rumble as well. So, and what's more bigger names than Beth Phoenix and Maurice? Two, well, one's a Hall of Famer anyway. Maurice will probably become a Hall of Famer,
Mm,
um, and then Edge. Again, another Hall of Famer, and then Miz, who is probably going to become a Hall of Famer at some point down the line, anyways. Um, and then the whole Brit and Adam thing, Brit and Adam thing. I can see now the comparisons of like Edge and Lita when they were 2006 heel
mm,
type of couple. Um, yeah, I think it just works. I think the story makes sense. The only issue I had with that finish to the mixed tag team match on AEW, the way it was shot, like could you tell that his elbow or something hit her and then she fell into the table? It just looked a bit sloppy. Like if you're gonna hit her so the camera actually picks it up. Like I think when they did a replay shot, you could actually see the elbow hitting her, but the way it was initially shot, it just looked a bit flaky.
mm.
Um, so I just think the way that some moves are done on AEW, like the Sting um, main event, still blows my mind that the guy's 60 and he's moving like that. But
Yeah.
the way he jumped onto one of the Acclaimed guys on the table, and they were like, "Oh my god, he's jumped through the table." I was like, "Yeah, but he was this way on the table. It's not doesn't look like it's had much of an effect on him, has it?" Because what is his body has hit his arm, not his chest, and then the table is broke.
Mm.
So I think they should. It just looks a bit sloppy the way the spots are done sometimes.
I think AEW, and we'll probably get onto it like in a few weeks, but AEW did kind of feel like they were in a rut. And I don't want to go into that right now because I know that's a long conversation. And I
Yeah.
know Royal Rumble season is basically coming to an end, or WrestleMania Royal, I don't know what it's now called, but Royal Rumble will be on Saturday night. And hopefully, if everything goes well, we can actually speak about it on the Sunday. But we'll see how we kind of manage that. But no, thank you, man. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for discussing the stories of the week, at least according to both of us. People might say we missed a lot of things, which we probably did, but please let us know in the comments. As always, really appreciate the time and give us your thoughts, everyone, in the comments, like I said. And if you want us to discuss any particular points, we'll try and be a bit more symptomatic or systematic this time around. Again, it got a bit all over the place because of my schedule last time. But hopefully we can get into a set habit, at least one video a week for sure. And yeah, thank you everyone. And until next time, take care. Catch you in the next one. Bye.